Hi everyone, Bandanner here. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to this week's WARNO dev blog. And welcome back to the RTS Casts and Stuff channel. Do remember to hit the subscribe button down below. It's free. And do let me know what you think of these upcoming changes in the comments. I still have mixed feelings about some of them. Today it is all about house cleaning once more with Eugen, with house cleaning part 3. And at the end of the video I'll be talking a little bit about some other house cleaning that Eugen have been doing just as a public service announcement. Eugen haven't mentioned it themselves at this point, but I'm sure they may say something going forward about it. So in their opening they explain they are continuing their divisional house cleaning with a series of new installments in today's dev blog. Each WARNO division will spend some time in the Eugen workshop updating its arsenal and unit roster. We want to ensure that each battle group is up to scratch, has a unique flavour and of course is fun to play. Today the spotlight will be on the 39th Guards Motor Rifle Division, the 79th Guards Tank Division and the East German 4th Motsuchen Division, plus some other bits and pieces. So first up is the 39th Guards Motor Rifle Division, the division I like to play in Ranked, as you know. Let's begin with the motorized riflemen of the Soviet Army. Like updates to other battle groups, we found that it was time to add a little bit more flavour to the 39th Guards Motor Rifle Division. A jack of all trades, the battle group didn't have any apparent weaknesses. For this particular Soviet division, we focused on its infantry with strong helicopters but streamlining its armour component. We want to remove the substitute tank division from the formation going forward. Well, a 1-point tank slot will be removed. All T-62 tanks have been removed. A 1-point helicopter slot has been added. An Mi-24P has been added. One card of Mi-24V AA will be removed. Note that this helicopter is way too common in game compared to its real-life presence, and that's why. One card of the new Mi-8 MTPI electronic warfare helicopter has been added. The 39th Guards will also see some changes to its infantry, specifically its IFV arsenal. The division wasn't at the top of the replacement list for this type of vehicle. While it had some BMP-2s, the first generation BMP-1 remained the mainstay. We want to represent this better. Another change, which is sure to be more controversial, but what change isn't, is the removal of the BMP-3 from the division. It will be passed on to the 27th Guards. The reason, by 1989, roughly 1 battalion worth of the advanced BMP-3 had been delivered to the Soviet 8th Guards Army stationed in East Germany, but which division, we couldn't pinpoint this in our research. At first the BMP-3 were housed in-game with the 39th Guards, but as we found out the 27th Guards was earmarked for the new Division 90, testing the more modern and latest equipment available to the Soviet Army. Hence, the transfer of the BMP-3 to this division to allow us to focus on the playstyle of each battle group. So the final changes are the BMP-3 is to be removed and transferred to the 27th Guards. Motostrelki RPG-22 is to be limited to the BMP-2, and all BMP infantry granted a truck as an alternative transport on par with other divisions. Next up for the chopping block, as it were, is the 79th Guards Tank Division. An old-timer, one of the main issues with this division was to distinguish it better from 39th Guards. Historically and in-game, a lot of units were shared. A Soviet Army tank division and a motor rifle division has many commonalities, though they differed in allocation of these units. One thing we missed when designing the division, and we noticed only after researching the Army General Order of Battle, was that its sole infantry regiment, as well as its tank regiment's organic infantry battalions, used BMP infantry fighting vehicles. None rode to the battle on wheeled BTRs except from its combat engineers. Unlike the 39th Guards, the BMP-2 was featured more prominently. To give this division a bit more flavour, we changed it so that the infantry would be IFV only, a bit like the US 3rd Armoured Division. This means lots of BMP-2s, including some variants currently only found in the 27th Guards. So, the changes to this division include the BTR-80 to be removed, the BTR-60PB removed as a transport option for the Pulmachiki squads. The BTR-60PB only stays for the Sapri squads. Motostrelki removed, being BTR-borne infantry. Motostrelki Medis removed, being BTR-borne infantry. 2 cards of Motostrelki RPG-22 added as a replacement for the above units. BMP-2D added. BMP-2 Razvedka added as a transport option for the Mot Razvedka squad. All BMP infantry granted truck as an alternative transport on par with other divisions. The division will also see some other updates. A 1-point logistics slot will be added. A single 3-point tank slot will change to a 2-point slot, and a 1-point air slot will be changed to a 2-point slot. The Buratino has been removed. The Mi-24V AA has been removed as it is featured too much in the game, as explained previously. One card of the new Kraza 225B heavy supply truck has been added. The division was too limited in logistics, hence the addition of a 1-point slot and the new Hemet-like heavy truck. And the Buratino's removal, well, all of the TOS-1 produced in 1989 could be counted on one hand. So, in our alternative timeline and the Army Generals campaign, they will be featured with the 21st Independent Flame Battalion. While the 79th Guards was in WARNO, we also released the tank-heavy 119th Independent Tank Regiment. The sole attached infantry to this division are the combat engineers from the 21st Independent Flame Battalion. Thus, to be consistent, the Buratino will move to the 119th Independent Tank Regiment. Finally, we move on to the 4th MSD. This motorized rifle division required some buffs, and in the same vein as the Soviets above, it needed to be better distinguished from its armoured counterpart, the 7th Panzer Division. The division's main boost will come from the tank rework, making older medium tanks more efficient. All of its T-55s will perform better, but the 4th MSD is not a tank division. It has one category that is pretty well equipped but tight on space, and that is recon. So we focused on upgrading East German recon. The key changes are, they say, a single 3-point logistics slot has been changed to a 2-point slot. One 2-point artillery slot has been removed. One 2-point recourse slot has been added, and one 1-point tank slot has been changed to a 2-point slot. To set it apart further from the 7th Panzer, another major change will affect its air support. We found out a little bit too late that the East German Su-22M4 were all stationed in the north of East Germany, facing Northag and Denmark. In the south, our CENTAG area of operations, the nation's air force were strike squadrons equipped with the MiG-23BN. Now the Su-22M4 is too widespread to be removed completely and retained only for Northag, but we have made sure that the proper squadrons are featured in Army General. Since Bruderkrieg Army General campaign relies heavily on the 4th MSD and the MiG-23BN coordination, we changed almost all the Su-22M4 in this division. The new MiG-23BN from the Army General will play a much more prominent role. And those changes are: the Su-22M4AT will be replaced with the MiG-23BN-AT. The 22M4HE will be replaced with the MiG-23BN-HE. There's a pattern here. The Su-22M4 cluster will be replaced with the MiG-23BN cluster. The Su-22M4 Napalm will be replaced by the MiG-23BN Napalm. And the MiG-23BIS rocket will be replaced with the MiG-23BN rocket. They threw me with the last one. I was expecting another Su-24. This means the 7th Panzer will be the Su-22M4 division, while the 4th MSD will be the MiG-23BN's domain. The one variant that will remain in the 4th MSD is the Su-22M4K. There was no dedicated East German seed version of the MiG-23BN, and we didn't want to deprive the division of its seed capability. And finally, they have a couple of miscellaneous changes. So one is for the 35th Guards Air Assault Brigade, is the Soviet Mi-24D Descent. This is an older variant of the Hind gunship, which is going to be added to it. We decided to add this as a transport option for the Razvedka DSH squad in their air assault division. The Mi-24 could carry up to 8 soldiers at the expense of most of its weapon loadout. Therefore, the Mi-24D Descent will be armed with its Yak-B nose gun and two 16-shot 57mm rocket pods. The helicopter's armor speed and resilience will be a trade-off compared to the alternative Mi-8 transport, which featured much heavier weaponry. Furthermore, as we feature the new Mi-8 MTPI electronic warfare helicopter to the 39th Guards, NATO will also get the EH-60A Quick Fix 2 to be added to the US 3rd Armored Division. Alright, that's everything from UGen this week. I wanted to do a little public service announcement at the end. UGen have finally discovered their ban button again. As some of you may have noticed from comments and abusive posts on the Steam or Discord, some people have been banned or temporarily banned from the game. There was a little bug at first apparently where it wasn't telling them that they were specifically banned, but that has been corrected. So if you previously couldn't connect for that reason, and now you go back on, it should tell you the amount of hours you are banned for. I believe it is the case that most people will receive a temporary ban as a slap on the wrist, but those who are consistent and repeat offenders will receive a permanent ban from the online services of the game. But it is very nice to see some action actually being taken. And that is everything for this week. Thank you very much for joining me. Please remember to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you all soon for some more WARNO.